Hi guys, welcome back. In this short video, we're going to be covering what are economic goods. Now, in the previous video, we covered free goods. So we were drawing a comparison between economic goods and free goods, I think in the previous video. And this video, I'm going to teach you guys that economic goods are, as opposed to free goods, are those goods that require factors of production to produce them. Because when you're talking about free goods, there weren't any factors of production to produce free goods, right? But economic goods by definition are those goods that require factors of production to produce them. And I've also written it over here as well. And if something requires factors of production to produce it, it means that there is always an opportunity cost involved in production, because if scarce resources are used to produce economic goods, it means that other things are obviously compromised because of it, because other things could not be produced because you're producing an economic good, right? Now, economic goods, guys, are further classified into private goods and public goods, and this is where it gets very important because past paper questions revolve around this. So, we further divide economic goods into private goods and public goods, right? And in the coming videos, so our next video, we're going to be focusing on what private goods are. I'll define the characteristics, the defining features of private goods and public goods. And what makes something a public good while what makes something a private good. But the key definition for an economic good is that if it requires factors of production, then it is to produce it, then it's an economic good. Now, economic good can further be divided into private and public based on their defining characteristics of whether they're excludable or rivalrous, and we'll see that in the next video. Guys, economists further classify private goods in terms of, like, we have a lot of private goods, like for instance, chocolates we eat, or education, or healthcare, or vaccinations, or demerit goods like guns and weapons, and cigarettes and alcohol. These are also all private goods because it's an economic good, right? But economists further classify private goods in terms of, because they want to differentiate in terms of how much is something beneficial to society and to the person consuming. So they differentiate these goods in terms of welfare as well. And that is why they make a further distinction in terms of merit and demerit goods, right? While public goods could further be divided into pure public goods and quasi-public goods, which is also a discussion for the later video. But this video, you must know that economic goods, if you want to classify a good as an economic good, then yes, economic good must require factors of production. Now, the thing is that private goods also require factors of production to produce, and public goods also require factors of production to produce. And that is exactly why they are known as public goods. But you will see in the next video where I'll teach you guys that private goods could be sold in the market at a market price, which means that while public goods does not have a market, it does not have a market for, we do not have a market for public goods. And you learn that in the coming videos because of the free rider problem. So public goods will not be sold by producers in a market at a price. Instead, it will be provided by the government. So it means that not all economic goods will have a market in which the good will be sold at a price. Because private goods, while private goods can be sold at a price, public goods will not be sold at a price because of the free rider problem that you will be studying in the later videos. So that's all for now, guys, in this video. The next video will focus on private goods. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, take care.